So I have to rent myself as a driver, which I'm doing because no one else is going to drive it. So I helped out with the school ball up in Fielding last weekend, and I've got another school ball at the end of the month. It certainly gets a lot of attention with the colouring and everything. And I've had a little photo shoot and everything done, so a professional photo shoot. So it's lovely to drive. It's heavy, it's very heavy on the road, but it's got plenty of power. Sounds really, really good. So what I've done so far, so I've got my number plates. It's from the Supra. I've got some decals arriving to just replace these ones. They're the decals as opposed to paint, so easy to replace. Got the tints done in the week I had off. Other than that, it's pretty much standard. So.
How many Ks are on?
Miles, it's done 60, under 70,000, under 60,000 miles.
And how old are you in the country?
8 months.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm a first New Zealander.
How are you going to fit the wedding ribbons for the car and the hose?
What if you're shutting it? I'll shut it in the latch.
Coming back to the windscreen, how are you going to fix it at the top there?
This is just that's an afterthought.
I have no difficulty with the Morris Minor because it's got a handle on the bottom.
Oh,
We got it, it's very like a Rolls Royce. We use 2 white woodies and 1 Rolls Royce
Oh, yes.
for weddings. And we call ourselves the British Connection.
Nice.
We've done a lot of weddings in the past,
Yeah.
but that came unstuck because the guy with the Rolls Royce was passed, and so nobody wants to go out and become a Morris Minor. But my son did say, I want the Morris Minor for a wedding. Yeah.
Nice.
So what we do is we take the passenger seat out
Yeah.
in the Morris so that the bride can sit behind and it gives her plenty of room for her dress and the trail and everything.
Yeah.
She sits next to the bridesmaid.
Oh, nice.
That gives a lot of room.
Yeah.
Because when he's got larger doors and affordable, so it's easy to decrease the price. Lots of things to tie those to.
Yeah. No, that's possibly something I've got to think about if I do
How screws into
it. Or something that's bung a plumber or something on there. So the event side of things is marketed as Daytona Dreams. So I quite like that name. And again, when I saw the car, I was like, what do I call it? I'm not calling it Kermit. I'm calling it, all these other things. But I think Midori suits it well. So, I have a habit of naming my cars. So,
Is there any others that colour in New Zealand?
So there's only 4 of us in New Zealand.
The same colour?
The same colour, yeah. I think there's a few, there's possibly a few other ones in the same spec, but the same colour. Out of the 1,500, there's only 4 in New Zealand.
Certainly constructed.
Yes. No, you won't miss me. You won't see me come.
Well recognised by the colour and sound.
Yes, yeah.
How do you find the physical size of it?
The size actually isn't too bad. It looks big here, but it's actually fairly easy to park. I've not had any issues with sort of visibility or parking or anything like that. I think probably the biggest thing, this is the first left-hand drive car I own, and I've just got to be aware because you start to drift off to the right because your brain's like, okay, well, I'm on this side of the road. But I've sort of since learned that if you can see, trying to teach myself, if I can see the left-hand side mirror of the other car in front of me and almost their side of the car, because a lot of people sort of stick to the centre lane, centre of the road. If I can see that side of the car, then I'm all right. It doesn't take too long to get used to driving left-hand.
Yeah, very relaxed passenger.
Yes. I've taken a couple of passengers and they seem to be all right. So, but I think one of the biggest things is as people who've driven left-hand drives are aware, it's overtaking. You know, you come up behind a truck or something like that, and it's just, unless you've got a passenger, you can't see. And we can pull into the shoulder or wait till the corner's going around to see, but yeah, it's almost impossible to overtake on a straight, really, if you're following behind someone. Yeah,
There are ways.
there are ways. I'm sure there are. Teach me your ways.
Come out Saturday.
As a former JDM owner.
Yes, yeah.
What do you think of build quality?
I think it's actually really good. Yeah, one of the things I was looking at when I was considering this car was the build quality, reliability, all that kind of stuff. And the engine in this one is really reliable. The engine and a lot of the parts and things you can get are interchangeable between a few of the Dodge models. The smaller engines are 3.7 and the 2.8, I think it is, are quite unreliable, but the 5.7 and up, yeah, very reliable. Yeah, there's not a lot that can sort of go wrong with them. There's the Hemi tick, which happens in some of them, but that's generally after 100,000 miles or more. 60,000 miles is nothing really. But I bought 3 years mechanical warranty, so I was quite lucky in that regard. This is a 2007 as well, by the way, so it's an 18-year-old car. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, that was one of the factors I was thinking about is reliability.
So does the engine float around other Dodges that are sort of in country yet? So
Yeah,
there are like kind of parts and things like that don't require you to get another Daytona or something.
Yeah. So Daytona is more the spec of the, I guess it's like the trim.
Yeah.
There's a few extra. I think they've got the upgraded brakes or better exhaust systems, but yeah, the engine itself and the parts of the engine are fairly common and through a few different models. So yeah, absolutely love driving it. At the moment, it's got quite a cool feature. It's got what they call, I think it's called MDS. It's like a modular displacement system. I think that's what it's called. And what it does is when you're cruising along, it shuts off 4 of the cylinders. So you're cruising along and it's saving gas rather than using all 8. It shuts off 4. I think there's a little bit of an issue with that one. So it's going back to the dealership to have a look, because it kind of almost feels like it's a little bit underpowered when it shuts off the 4 cylinders. It's all automatic, but it shuts off the 4 cylinders, and it just kind of has a bit of a vibration or a bit of a hum. As soon as you put a little bit of gas in it, it switches back to the 8 and it runs fine. But in the last few days, it doesn't seem to be working. It seems to be running on all 8 all the time, and the engine light's on, so it's going to have a look at that.
The idea that you spent $500 on 4 cylinders.
Well, it wasn't all 4 cylinders all the time. But yeah, that's the other thing actually, is one thing I've researched is the fuel efficiency between this and the Supras. And this is actually more fuel efficient. So, a 3-litre turbo Supra, I would get maybe 450 kilometres on a tank, on a 65, 70-litre tank. I've used ChatGPT and stuff and sort of figured out this. So every time I filled this, I've recorded all of the mileage, the cost of the fuel at the time, all that kind of thing. And yeah, so obviously on the open road, it's a lot more economical, but around town, it's no less economical than what I had before, which is good.
What fuel is it running?
I'm running this on 100 at the moment. So there's an MPD around the corner. They've just opened up, so I'm running on 100. Mainly, well, because it's good fuel, but also because the 100 is cheaper than most places 95 or 98. So
How much fuel does it take when you fill it?
it's a 75-litre tank. Yeah, pretty sure 75 litre tank, yeah. Yeah, the fuel gauge is a bit sticky, so I just sort of I just reset the trip meter and things.
My 2.5 litre twin turbo auto Supra, which is like 320 odd horse stock, that was getting 7.5 litres k per litre.
Oh, so this is,
When I threw that out and put the Lexus V8 on the manual, it was getting 8.5 k per litre.
yeah, yeah. This is eight something per litre, yeah. 8 per litre. So yeah, my little ChatGPT thing, I've converted it from miles to kilometres, and it's quite cool actually. Yeah.
Do you have a conversion gear?
No, can you?
Yeah.
No, not my. No, I grew up with metric.
Is it worth you trying to get a cluster out of Canada or something like that that's in performance?
No, I think I'd probably want to keep it original. Yeah. Funny thing is they were built in Canada. So it does have, on the Speedo, it does have miles as the main thing, but it does have the kilometres around there. So, yeah.
What percentage of the car is still Mercedes?
What's that, sorry?
What percentage of the car is still Mercedes?
No idea.
You could obviously order a Holland train and floor pan was Mercedes at one stage.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mercedes itself, some
Oh,
The
right.
originals.
originally, and the kits were through the same design. I'm not sure how much that one is.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep adding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the LX body. But yeah, I've heard something about the Mercedes bodies as well. Yeah, so it's funny, I picked it up on a Saturday, and just in the post yesterday, I got my first speeding ticket. The day after I bought it, on the Sunday. But
You're going to get it framed?
I could do. But it's just more of a case of trying to get used to the miles. You know, you think 60 or 62 miles an hour is 100 Ks. Yeah, just trying to get used to that. 'Cause,
You've got the ticket now. You can't really
no, I know.
convince us. And what was the speed?
108.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I know. It could have been more. But
Is it low or anything like that, or is it soft?
I believe it's stock. It's just those rims are make it look quite staunch. But yeah, I was surprised at actually, bringing it into this space here, how big it actually is, compared to some of the other cars we have here. But yeah, no, absolutely love it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of cars don't actually come up to the doorknobs on that.
Anyone else got any questions for me?
Only black t-shirts if you bought that.
Black t-shirts?
Do you wear your cap around that way?
No. I look quite modest driving, I think. But yeah, no. So you'll see me around if you do. Just give me a wave. Hard to miss.
Is it your only car? Like is it daily driver?
No. So, that's one thing as well. So I, so I've obviously still got my work car, I've got the Supra, I've got BMW, I've got this as well. But when I took out insurance for this, they said, because they saw it was recognised it was a classic car, and they're like, well, would you be driving any more than a couple of days a week? I said, no. So I actually got insurance, so full comprehensive insurance through AA. I think it was through AA, like $460 a year. So I was like, take my money, that's really good.
I've got 4 cars covered with Star Insurance. That's about $11.50, I think, for a lot.
Oh, wow. Is there limitations on driving on it? Yeah. Because they didn't say anything about, they didn't ask for mileage or say, restrict, I guess it's just case by case, but yeah. It's secure, it's not, apart from 1,100 Ks in a week. It's not a day of driving.
And they don't know about your speeding ticket yet.
What speeding ticket? Exactly. So if we have a poking around in it. It's got a huge boot space, which is quite cool. Probably sleep in that. But yeah, if there's any other questions, feel free to come up and have a chat, but I think we call it a night, eh?
I drove across America one of those cars. It's a very nice, like driving a very fast Holden Commodore. They're very nice. Not at Daytona, but a Dodge Charger
Yeah, yeah.
from New York through LA. It's a cool drive.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, it's a lot of this is the car that the police have over in the States, but they've got the smaller ones. I think they've got the 3.7 litre ones. And it's all chain driven as well, so generally don't get any problems with that. Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Big into supper, and we'll see you all next month, I suppose.